What's up everyone? Welcome to Akuma's Arsenal. Today we're going over my watch collection and it has grown. It has definitely grown. I said I was going to sell some watches, didn't do it. I've added some watches and I want to go over them with you guys to show you. Off the bat, every watch you see with a strap besides these two are ones that I wear on my normal rotation. By far I wear my SKX the most, just because it's kind of my only modern watch, really. It's robust, it's reliable, relatively inexpensive. It's a beautiful watch. It's an SKX 013, by the way. One of my favorite watches of all time. Well, probably is my favorite watch of all time. Recently brought this to Mexico City with me, and speaking of Mexico City, I bought two watches there. I bought this one, this Benrus Art Deco, from a guy who actually robbed a bank in the United States and fled down to Mexico. I was in an antique market in Doctores, if you know where that is in Mexico City. And he was there selling watches. I was chatting him up, asking him about Benrus and some other stuff, talking watches with him. And he opened up at the fact that he's been living in Mexico City for 4 years, and he told me he robbed a bank. Now, I don't know if that's true. But I called him Mr. Banca Robber for the rest of the time I was hanging out with him. Another watch I brought with me there was my little gold Longines. My doggy is barking. Yeah, I brought this guy to Mexico with me. She's my doggy. And didn't wear it at all, except that was when I was in the house, because down there you get robbed for wearing something that's nice. So I decided not to wear it as often as I probably should. Alright, those are the two new additions. Oh, actually, what am I even talking about here? I'm getting sidetracked. So the Art Deco one is an addition, and this moon phase. The moon phase has problems though. If you look on the sides, these buttons do not work very well. The watch runs time, it keeps time and everything. But the issue is the moon phase does not work because you cannot hit these buttons. I've opened up the back, I've checked it. It needs screws, so I'm going to bring it to my watch guy. Hopefully the moon phase works. If not, that sucks. I bought this for about $100. This is, I believe it's, let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's not gold. Yeah, well, I don't know, but I'm going to go with it's not gold. Love the dial. Couldn't pass it up for $100. Especially since I just saw that it just needed screws, more than likely. Everything else on the movement is running totally fine. So, and actually, since the last time I've looked at it, the moon face has moved. That's good. It's a good sign. So this one, you can hear the movement rattling around. Definitely needs some screws. Picked it up for $100 from a different watch guy, from a more traditional watch dealer. But he was more of an antique guy, so that was pretty interesting. And this is a Ardith, I believe. Never heard of that company before. Take a shot in the dark. My neighbor, the same one that gave me the other watches, found this broken Timex. Doesn't run. I think I'm not for sure exactly what's wrong with it, but I'm pretty sure it's it's fully wound. I think it's one of those just my watch guy just needs to do something with the spring and it'll run properly. As you can see, I did not sell any of the watches that I was thinking I was going to sell last time. The Omega, the undisclosed military type watch, and the almost called the Longines. No, it's the 10 karat gold filled Hamilton. Love this watch. I'm still trying to figure out how to wear it, because it's really dainty. And it looks very feminine on the strap. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna rock this guy. It's a beautiful watch though. Very, very old school. I date it back to probably around World War II-ish, World War I-ish, maybe after the interwar period. Dog wants to come back in. Yep, broken Accutron, couldn't get that fixed unfortunately. I want to take this Omega into my watch guy too. I'll just bring all the watches that I want to bring to the watch guy. To have him check out. These two up here. These are the two I bought in Mexico City. They both, for some reason, don't have screws. So I'm going to have to bring it to the watch guy, have them screwed in. They both tell time. They both run. Except I'm unsure about the moon phase in that guy, like I was saying earlier. On to my Timexes. This right here, this Timex, was given to me by TGV of the Urban Gentry. It's definitely a cool watch. He sent me a batch of watches back in the day. Never will get rid of this one just because of the sentimental value. Love that one. This is my other Timex. I found this and I bought this for $20 at Goodwill, my local Goodwill. It's an automatic, but it doesn't have a motor. It's one of those, I wish I could come up with a head, but it doesn't have a fully spinning rotor. It has a more of like a vibration type thing that generates kinetic energy and turns it into mechanical energy. Into stored energy? I don't even know. To the spring, whatever. This is my girlfriend's Casio. I screwed it up by putting in a different type of strap. She never wanted it back, or at least we forgot about it. There's that. Here is a Waltham that I got back from my neighbor. She's my dog. Hey, Savvy, cut it out. Waltham I got from my neighbor. Runs perfectly. Has a weird back turn to it. Interesting watch. Yep, interesting watch. Here's another one I got from my neighbor back in the day. This one has a radium dial. Pretty cool watch, military. I have no information on that, not even on the movement. A Bulova. This is another watch I wear on the daily because it's not on the daily, maybe about once a month. The only thing that's annoying about it is the date. It's accurate now because I've been wearing it recently, but yeah, something they did on these guys could be a biatch. It's a Commandeersky. A new one, not made in Russia. Want to see the back. The back is pretty cool. I think that might be every single watch. Yeah, it's my collection, at least where it stands right now. I'm thinking about selling some. I'm thinking about keeping some. I don't know. I always say I'm going to sell stuff and then I don't end up selling it. But at the very least, this guy needs to go to somewhere where someone can use them for spare parts or something. I don't know exactly for sure. This Timex, I'm bringing it to my watch dealer. I just got this yesterday from the neighbor. We'll see how it works. As you can see, the collection is very, very vintage heavy. I like that. I think it's totally fine. I was thinking I would have more, newer watches when I was first thinking about like my collection and stuff, but not so like thinking about it as much and just kind of going with the flow. I really like the way it's turned out. If we take out the broken wristwatches, let me just look at the ones that run. Take out my girlfriend's wristwatch that I happen to have. I like it a lot. I feel like it has a lot of personality and character to it. Every watch has a little story that goes along with it. Yeah, I think it has a lot of character to it. All of them are vintage. This one was a gift from a subscriber, I believe Sean B. This one was a gift. A lot of these were gifts. I bought this guy from Mr. Rabobanca in Mexico City. This one I got as a gift. This one I've had. It's one of my very first wristwatches. I've held on to it ever since. A lot of American watches in here, believe it or not. And watches made in America too. We've got Japanese, we have Swiss. We don't have any German, but it happens. Very, very pleased with it. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think about the collection down below. Got Omega, got Seiko. It's a pretty motley crew, but I'm very, very happy with it. I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. Thank you very, very much for watching the video. Akuma out.